One important step to do before you assemble your clutch is to clean the bare metal surfaces. They often have oil on them from the manufacturing process, so anything from brake clean to acetone like I'm using here will do the job, and then we can get this thing assembled, get the transmission on it. Put on a little bit of thread locker. Get the bell housing on here. I've already dialed this in already, so I know that everything is nice and centered.
Suppose you need one of these next, huh?
Yeah, let's try it.
You're gonna have to
get
help
the
me
lines routed.
Yeah, you'll have to help me with this a little bit.
Seat these in there.
A little further. This takes forever with the wrench, by the way.
Yeah.
Only way to do it, though. Now, before we can set the LS in between the frame rails on our E46, there are a couple things that we need to do, and there's actually one thing that we already did. We went ahead and replaced this rack and pinion here. It was just a good time to do it. The other one was a little worn out. This is just a stock replacement, so it should be perfect when we go to put the car on the track. We're also going to be dealing with some clearance issues as we get that LS down and in here. One of the things that we do have to replace as well is this lower control arm bushing. This is quite a bit smaller than the stock one, and that's just going to help us with some exhaust clearance. Another thing we're going to end up replacing is the stock steering shaft itself. You can see the old one is rather big and the new one here is pretty small. That's going to give us even more clearance for when we go to set our headers in between the frame rails and attach it to the LS itself. Again, this is a small car, but this all works together to make everything work out. And then when we get time to actually setting the engine in here, we are going to be using a set of motor mounts. Now these just bolt to the cross member. We do have to take the original bushings out of the way, but these will bolt down, and that's going to place the LS exactly where we need it as far as depth in between the frame rails of the car here. Now, the best part about all of this is we didn't have to piece any of these pieces together. We went to Summit Racing. We actually bought a kit to swap in an LS into the E46 chassis. So it's easy as 1, 2, 3, replace these pieces, and we're going to have that LS sitting in here.
And for the engine, we have these brackets that bolt to the original engine mount location, and then we also have a chassis side mount, and with these together, we can shoehorn this engine and transmission combo between the frame rails.